It's noontime, and two boys from Brooklyn want to serve you a huge portion of humor for lunch. So let's break out the lunch pail. Or the sandwich you packed. Les Dunn and Freddie S. bring you jokes and nostalgia mixed in with some important information about medicine, food, dating, or just the stuff you need to help that bagel go down nice and smooth. And if you have a story about anything you want to share, a bad date, a movie review, or just a strange thing that happened to you at work, call in and join the fun toll free at 1-800-889-0267 right now. So sit back and let's start the lunch break. Les, Dawn, and Freddie S. are ready to go. So here are the boys from Brooklyn and Dawn.
Mike, you're on.
What happened to Mike?
I am feeling like it is hump day today. It is just one of those energy changing days.
Ooh, energy changing.
Good.
Yes.
Listen,
Right?
Listen, I only got one thing to say.
What?
Good afternoon, South Florida. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe.
Only South Florida? What happened?
Atlanta, New York City.
Boston, Chicago,
I'm tired.
LA, San Francisco, and soon to be Houston.
Listen, I didn't get into bed till 4 in the morning.
Oh, you poor thing. I was here till...
I was having a ball because
course you were.
everybody's calling me.
Oh.
Like, can you believe this is happening? I said, yeah.
Yes, I believe it's happening.
I said, yeah. And everybody's screaming and crying. My daughter's all messed up.
My kids are calling me all morning.
Oh
my
my
husband
God,
was
on the
online
way up
checking
here.
things 3 a.m.
Way up
wait,
here
wait.
they called.
Wait, messed up in what way? Good way?
They think the war's coming to an end.
Oh, whatever. Listen,
Life is over.
I was here till after 2, and I'm exhausted. So I don't want to
Evoke
hear...
change is what I told my son.
What
Whether
did you
you're
say?
happy or not happy, evoke the change, the passion that you feel. Just do it with love and grace, and do what you feel you need to do to move forward.
Well said. Now, your son is upset as well?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well...
Freddie calls me at 1 in the morning.
Yes.
I think it's their generation. I think the millennial generation is a little upset about the
Well,
outcome.
then they should have done some more instead of sit on their hinds.
I think they try. I don't know. You know, the whole electoral college versus the popular vote. That to
You know,
me
the loser
kinda gets
always
stuck in my brain.
complains. The loser always complains they should go back to the public vote, yada, yada, yada. It's been like that. It's going to stay like that.
So what did Freddie Jr. say?
So Freddie Jr. calls me. He says, Dad, do you see what's going on? And I said, yeah. He says, Valerie, his fiance, he lives with her, she's hitting him with pots and pans.
Oh, God.
She says, this woman's going to kill me. I said, but you didn't even vote for the guy. He voted for the independent.
A lot of people did.
They threw their
Yeah.
votes away. Okay, that's fine.
Then Giovanni, he's doing all this wacky stuff. He's probably listening, this Facebook, this stupid thing. And he tells me, but I didn't vote. So if you didn't vote, why are you fighting with me?
You have no reason to complain.
And my
No
daughter
room.
tried to do an absentee ballot, never got it.
It was absent.
It was absent, but I think a lot of people's ballots were absent. Hence
Right.
absentee ballot.
Not good.
Listen, you know what? Move on.
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
You know
This is-
It's hump day.
It's like, okay, tough guy. Now you're in. Let's do something. Let's
You know
work.
what? And that's a great challenge. He got the House, you got the Senate, you got all the cards on the table. You know
let's
what? Run amok.
Let's go. Let's
Run
go.
amok. Let's see what happens.
Let's
And
not
if
run amok. Let's just evoke change. Positive change would be nice.
it
for the
ain't gonna be
country.
positive. It's gonna be. Let me tell you something.
Tell me something, please.
Last point I'll make.
Okay.
All right. I got a lot of friends. I got people
Really?
I know in the Middle East. No friends. People in the Middle East, and they're very upset.
Of course he does.
Everybody's
Yes.
very upset about this. You know what?
Right.
But I look at it this way. Before the election, everything that Trump had said about what's happening in the Middle East, and nobody gave a rat's ass. Nobody said nothing. So all of a sudden, the maniac, because he's a maniac, is
He's a
in town.
maniac.
So now you're going to stand up and take notice?
What
Now
maniac?
you're gonna take
Wait a minute.
notes.
What maniac? Trump?
I'm
Yeah.
thinking maniac. Can you imagine putting our maniac with that maniac?
Oh,
in
that
one
maniac!
room?
That maniac has been sending me texts. Hey, Les, love you, brother. Hope your
Imagine
wife is
putting
better.
Les and Trump in one room.
You know what he says? He
It would be a
texts me.
love fest.
He texts me. He says, "We did it."
You did nothing. You
I
did
said, what the hell
nothing.
did we do?
You did nothing.
I did everything. If
No.
it wasn't for me,
Okay, somebody that I also work with.
if it wasn't for me, I never said nothing. I don't care who wins.
Oh, you
know
sound
what?
like me. I didn't do anything.
Anything?
It just
Yeah, no,
happened.
you-
I just
you-
walked into the room.
You're a different animal. We ain't
Listen,
gonna talk about you.
when I was out of town and I was
She's giving
driving,
me the finger.
when I was watch it, when I was driving back on the scenic route back with Kyle, every sign we saw was Trump, and I said, this guy's gonna win. No, he's not. He's gonna win. I've been saying this for months. He's gonna win. I don't want him to win. I'm not voting for him, but he's gonna win, and I'm okay with that. I've made my peace with it.
They made your piece. You know what? When you're in a game, World Series, and you give up the home run ball that ends the game and you lose and you have to live with that for the rest of your life, you tip your hat, man.
Exactly.
The guy ran it. He won it. Let's just move on.
I just wish he would have run his campaign a little more graciously.
Then he wouldn't have won.
It's true.
Then you know what made this different is that he was so
Slinging
on the other
mud.
side. That's right.
So on the
He was
other
a
side.
gunslinger. But I like what he said last night. He says, "Can we get together? Let's get the work done."
He was very gracious.
Well, there you go.
Shows the diversity of America.
Yes.
And you know this all this craziness about what they're gonna do in the building of this and that's BS. That's just
Out
BS.
the wall.
You're not gonna get that through the House.
I thought the Hispanics came out in droves.
they did.
They did.
And I thought that the
Records.
I-4 corridor.
Orlando voted for Hillary.
I thought of
Records.
you.
The millennials records, Hispanics records. What happened was, the whites.
The white people.
The hustle in the Midwest is really what took
That's
over.
what
The
took it.
Wisconsin and Michigan really changed the whole game.
Where'd all
Oh,
these
it was
people
the-
come from?
They call it the Rust Belt.
The
Rust Belt.
Yes.
Well, they took Detroit for granted. They took many things.
Michigan. They took
Yeah,
Michigan for
Wisconsin
granted.
were the big surprises.
And you know something? Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Dun, 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 dun. I saw this shift, and you know what I was doing? I was adding numbers.
Of course
Because
you were.
if you know that what they need to get there, and it's red or blue, and I said she ain't got enough votes. She's not gonna win this thing.
He got all the swing states. He got all.
He got the swing, he got the dance, he got everything. He got
got it.
Florida,
He got Florida.
he
What's
got
he got,
Georgia,
Florida. He got Ohio.
got Ohio.
Got
Ohio.
Yes.
He got Ohio.
And
got
Maine,
big
Maine, no, New Hampshire's in New Hampshire. They're still voting.
Some of them haven't even come in
Did
yet.
you hear the state that it's all mail-in? I think it's Oregon.
Oregon, all 15 votes.
They all mail it in.
If
What?
it's where the absentee ballots are, they're not getting anywhere.
Like, come on. How antiquated can you be?
Listen, I'm just disappointed because that means I can't get Donald on the air no more.
Oh.
They won't let him.
Les probably could.
No, you can't. That's it. Now he's president. He's not allowed.
That's it.
He's done.
Well, maybe another show.
Maybe get Hillary.
Maybe. Aw.
So my polling place is an assisted living facility.
Oh,
It's
this
really
is good.
cute. I walked in during dinner time. Everyone was all dressed up, like being on a cruise ship.
Aw.
It was really sweet.
Because that's what you used to do. You used to get dressed up for these kinds of
They were
things.
dressed up. Some were in their wheelchairs. They're all so happy. There was music, and I thought, wow.
Tell him what happened when you walked in. Yeah. Tell him.
She got-
I spread my love and light.
Oh, okay.
Tell
I thought,
I
him
walked
how
in
you
like an angel.
you had an accident at the corridor with 500 people
I did
all rushing
not.
to help you to see where you belong.
The men were very happy that I was there,
Uh-huh.
I'm sure.
though. They were spinning in their wheelchairs.
Of course they were.
They hit you with the dry one-liners that they used 40 years ago.
Very true. It was
One-liners.
very
No,
funny.
throwing that game in.
One-liners. Try half-liners.
No Viagra was needed yesterday.
Viagra.
It was really cute. Everyone, their music was
Are
on.
they
Their
calling you
little
Lady
store was
Viagra?
open. Oh, stop that.
That's what you just said.
I didn't see
No,
that.
it is not.
The implications. All right, listen. We
Absolutely
have
not.
okay. Enough with the politics. If you have any other breaking news,
That's
anything
it.
else?
That is
We had an
plenty.
election.
That would mean
There are
it's
not plenty of news.
Did you stay up to watch the election?
No.
You don't?
My husband was so aggravated, I went
Why?
to sleep.
Oh, he's a Clinton lover.
He just couldn't believe what was happening.
Hey, Bobby, if you're listening, what you want? No, I'm only kidding.
I was texting a friend of mine and I said, "Did you pack your bags yet?" She's like, "I am sitting here vomiting."
Did you hear that they shut down the Canadian immigration website? So many
Really?
people are leaving the country. It crashed
My
last
son
night
said
at
he's
2 in the
moving to Is-
morning.
My son goes, I'm moving to Israel. I'm making Aliyah.
Everybody's moving.
My
It's
new favorite
crazy.
show is House Hunters International.
International,
That's a
exactly.
great show. That's a great show.
Listen, the bottom line here, if you're leaving and you have a house, 866-224-5422, you can call me. I have my future daughter-in-law sell it for you. And we'll give you a Pepsi to leave.
Nice.
I have lived outside of the country with not my own money, but with someone else's money. I was very comfortable, and I still didn't care for it. I said, you know what? There's nothing like the United States.
America is still America.
Hey, that's right. And you know, I was listening to a conversation which shall remain nameless on the way up here today. But you know, I understand that my generation and my brother's generation, sisters, because they're older and baby boomers and all that,
Right.
You know, we messed up along the way a little bit. You know?
I think you're part of the baby boomer generation.
Whatever, you can put the blame on me. I really
I'm
don't
not
care.
putting the blame. I'm just saying your age generation
Yes.
is the baby boomer
You're on the
generation.
cusp.
But the bottom line is this. You know, my grandfather and my fathers, they went through world wars, and I heard about the Holocaust and all this stuff. In this country, it rebounded and is the greatest country on the planet. Bar none. I don't care, but you throw Russia or whatever in there. We ain't done that bad of a job. That we messed up now with the numbers because there are more people living, and we ain't got a clue on how to make money. We forgot. You know what we built is ashtrays. Oh, do we even do that anymore? I
Probably
think we
not.
make the bullet. Okay, so if somebody comes along and says, why don't we keep the money here? I kind of like that idea for a little bit.
Keep the money in America?
Yeah, why not? You know, I see a lot of aid going out there, but I went to Pennsylvania. I drove through Pennsylvania. People living in their cars, man. They were living in their cars and going to school. This 11-year-old girl, I met her. I said, you kidding me?
Yeah, you met her. We need to bring her on.
I have somebody you're going to meet, and I'm going
know.
to tell you
She's gonna
something.
rock my world.
She's going to rock your world.
I know.
So I don't have a problem with change. I like change as long
neither.
as it stays on the up and up.
You know what they say, even though the number of the Dow went crazy last night,
Where is it today?
I don't know where it is, but they
I'm
say
going to tell you.
do
Well, it
not
was
sell.
at 4% as of last night for the futures.
It
It's
was
now
800
stabilized.
down. They
So
shut
now
down the
it's-
machine.
I think it's regressed.
The
back to 1%.
Dow
It's
is
down.
up 173.
They said do not panic, do not sell. It will rebound.
Come on, man. You know what? Grow up.
Can we
That's
introduce
it.
our guest yet?
I'm waiting for you.
We've got Paul Christopher in the
Wait a
house.
minute.
PC.
Paul Chris, before we get there,
Yes.
how can you see us today?
You can see us on live stream, Facebook, AMP2 TV Productions. We are on Instagram, hashtag 2 Boys from Brooklyn. We are on Periscope, perhaps?
No, we're not.
We're not on Periscope.
Tomorrow.
We are on Twitter, hashtag 2 Boys from Brooklyn. We are on Facebook live stream, 2 Boys from Brooklyn. We are on 12:30 a.m. WBZT.
What the hell was that? Easy talking about.
VZT.
Well, pipe right up there, my
Listen,
friend.
listen.
It's a
You got-
falsetto hook right there.
A falsetto hook.
A full what?
Falsetto hook.
Okay.
You know, they got do rate, you know, they got
I thought he said
baritone.
something. I thought he said something
Tenors.
else. Full set. All right. Now let's introduce our
Now
guest.
we can introduce Paul Christopher. We'll call him PC.
Yes,
From
please do.
Gravity and Oxygen.
How are you?
Welcome.
Thank
What
you so
is
much.
gravity and oxygen?
So Gravity and Oxygen is the name of our fitness brand of a boutique facility that we have in Boca Raton, Florida. But it also happens to be scientific principles behind exercise.
I needed some oxygen after I took that class.
Oh, yes.
I never feel it in my lungs and my chest like I did running on that. It wasn't a treadmill. It was something like
It
a
was a
treadmill.
self-propelled treadmill without electricity. So all of our cardio doesn't require any electricity. So we're green in that sense. So what you got was the experience. There's
Oh, I
workouts
got it.
and then there's experiences. We drop beats and move feats. We get you sweating. We make you come out saying, what was that I just went through? You hate us then, but you love us later.
It was amazing. I could not walk for a few days, but it's one of those great workouts that you know someone got you good.
Yeah.
Because you can work out and go, I worked out. But this was a challenge. And Paul can get you to the next level.
Yep.
How did you come up with the name Gravity and Oxygen?
So I was working as essentially a sole proprietor, fitness professional, for about 8 years before we opened up Gravity and Oxygen. And when you come up with creating a brand and you know, getting a name in the community from a fitness standpoint and marketing yourself, I was thinking about the scientific principles of exercise. And if you broke down exercise, we have 2 separate divisions. Resistance training, you know, throwing lumber around, throwing weights around, and you have cardiovascular. Many times people segment themselves as just one or the other. All right? So gravity is the most primal form of resistance. If I jump in the air, I land. If I let go of a dumbbell, it falls. So we cannot ignore the fact that gravity works on us 24/7, 365. So let's use it as a tool of exercise.
I'm seeing it now in my 40s, so yeah, I know the gravity.
So
I heard about that gravity thing.
exactly. So you are the most. Anytime you want. Yep. As they say, gravity's a. You know.
Gravity pulls you down.
Exactly. Exactly.
Except me when I fly.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, you are the most important piece of equipment when you walk into a gymnasium or swim at the beach or do a workout in a park. Okay. So there's more exercises with your own body weight that there's no necessarily need. Requirement for external equipment such as dumbbells, bands, things of that nature. So first and foremost, predicate yourself with learning how to master your own body weight against gravitational pull. Now the other half, cardio. Oxygen is the one ingredient your muscles need externally that it doesn't already have in order to burn fat calories. Just like a log needs oxygen to burn in that fireplace, your muscles can only burn fat calories with the presence of oxygen, thus the term aerobic. Okay, the term anaerobic means without the presence of oxygen. So we've had, you know, old school Jane Fonda workouts, and we've had step class and aerobics, right?
Yeah.
But actually had some scientific principle behind the term aerobics. So if you took the basic scientific principles of exercise in the 2 divisions, resistance and cardiovascular, you thus have gravity and you have oxygen. So it sounds really cool, very catchy, but also makes scientific sense, and that's how we decided to set the premise for our brand.
And the way he has the facility set up, sometimes you go to class and you think you can sort of fall in the back of the room and no one pays attention. Wrong, PC was there.
Oh
He says,
my.
and could you do this? And this is what you need to do. And you need to lift your booty this way. And oh my gosh. So hands on. I love you and I hate you.
But done in a
But at the
professional
end of
manner,
the
I must
day-
point out.
Ab-
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, not literally hands on, but right there saying, this is what, try it this way. Let's do that. It's that love hate. I can't believe he's actually watching me. I really don't want to be doing
That's
this. But at the end of the day, my smile muscles hurt.
Yeah, like a lifeguard, I'm always scanning the water for form. I always tell everybody that I'm the form sergeant in our facility.
And
But
where is
that's what's important.
where's the facility located?
We're located East Boca Raton, just on Palmetto Park Road, about a mile and a half south of, mile and a half east of 95 and Palmetto Park Road.
And how long you been there?
We've been open over 18 months now. And if you broke down the tree of what we are beyond just, talking about the principles of our brand, we are group training and we are personal training. So we offer both. So you essentially only come in for supervised fitness. All right. We offer about 35 classes a week. We cap them off at about 25 people. And what we do is in those classes, we do cardiovascular intervals and resistance training circuits. So if we had 20 people in class, I may break you down into 5 groups of 4, 4 groups of 5, 10 stations of 2, 2 stations of 10. And you may spend 4 or 5 minutes at a particular station doing 1 or 2 exercises back and forth. And at the end of that 5-minute clip, you get a minute rest, you move on to the next station. Revolve that 4 or 5 times, and that's the gist of our hour.
I'm exhausted already.
Just the thought of it, right?
What I really liked about it, though, is I think we did 10 minutes on each station at the time.
So we had 3 10-minute stations in the class you
So
came
you
into.
think it's manageable, I can do it. It's only 10 minutes. Those 10 minutes, you're going, oh my gosh, it's only 10 more minutes, but there's a countdown clock. So you see how much longer you have. And then when you're done, you give it your all and you move on to the next one. So you don't have to come back.
Right, correct.
nice.
So you
So
know
in
you're
your
not,
head, you know you can
Yes.
complete this task.
correct. So you know that I'm not returning to this station, so I'm going to give it all I can. But also you're thinking about the foreshadowing of, wow, I have that 10-minute, 30-second sprints with 2 other people. So you almost want to spare energy to save yourself for that last gasser as well. So it's a nice play psychologically and physically.
Yeah, somehow I missed that saving the energy for that last gasser. I think it took me 30 minutes to catch my breath.
Sounds
Yeah.
intimidating.
Not necessarily. Not
It
necessarily.
wasn't. You know why? Because PC was there, and the weights are really pretty, which sounds so silly. But as a woman, when you walk into a facility and you
Yes.
see metal
Yeah.
and gray weights and these bars,
Mm-hmm.
you think you're intimidated,
Yes.
especially if you're not used to working out. As silly as it sounds, the bars, they were blue and teal and yellow
Aw.
and purple. They had this amazing weight on them, but they just looked more user-friendly.
Right.
It's all about the perception of walking in and saying, I can do this.
It's basically a pit bull with lipstick. It's basically aesthetically pleasing when you walk in. So we do have,
Right?
we have a variety of color coordinated weights and tubings. We do still have some things within our brand color, the blue and yellow. So our stability balls are blue and yellow. We have, yellow and blue dollies for the core, things like that. So we still have that sprinkle of our brand, but also a nice variety. And it is aesthetically pleasing, but also a great challenge.
It's brand awareness.
Totally.
And you've done a great job. And you walk in, and everyone is so kind. It's not, where's your check? You can go, you can try the class, because I know I brought someone else with me. And everyone was so gracious. And you were right there saying, can you get through this? We can do this. And it was really nice.
Thank you. It was fun.
What was your motivation to actually put this brand together?
So I think a lot of people were expressing issues with other systems. If you think of other fitness systems around, there's CrossFit, there's Orange Theory, ones that are becoming very popular. There's numerous boutique chains. But also, my background was in sports medicine, so I went to school at UCF for athletic training. So, seeing a number of athletic injuries, and people generally are weekend warriors or always athletes doing things. And in my experience and exposure to other fitness systems, there wasn't thorough warm-ups. So you're seeing people getting injured, straining a hamstring, or doing something because the prep work before the break of the intense fitness wasn't sufficient. So I pride myself on us doing the first 10 minutes called foundation. So the simple science is loose, warm to hot. Now, when we get loose, we do lots of active motion for joint mobility. All right. So there's a little bit of a difference between flexibility and mobility. Mobility is the range of motion through a joint. Since joints are intersections for multiple muscles, it makes more sense to get your joints mobile than to just simply stretch out a muscle. Okay. Then we turn your brain on. Since the brain controls everything in your body, it tells your eyes to blink, it tells your lungs to breathe, it tells your muscles to contract. So we'll do things like single leg stands, hand planks, to basically inform the brain that we're about to do something intense physically.
Wow.
And then we will then get your heart rate up, since the heart is the most important muscle in the body that provides all the blood flow for the rest of the muscles. So our simple science is loose, warm to hot. Only then do we see signs of labored breathing, a little bit of perspiration. Are we then prepped to get into the main half-hour break of the workout? And we also in the back end do a warm down at the end. I like to say warm warm down instead of cool down, because there's no way in heck after 50 minutes of what I took you through that you're going to be cool right away. It's a warming down. It's like it's like a bell curve of heart rate. So just from my background in athletic training and injury prevention, injury care, and triaging those, and seeing other systems, I want to do something intelligent as far as creating something from a group dynamic where you're still getting intense workout. Because a lot of people come to fitness professionals for two reasons: lack of knowledge of what to do, or lack of motivation to do it, or both.
Right.
So we want to give them an intelligent, cerebral system of fitness that makes sense, and we've had a great response in the local Boca Raton community so far.
Because you're so hands-on. The lack of knowledge is so true, and it's the fear. We're back to fear of, I need to get in shape. What do I do? Can I walk in without embarrassing myself?
Exactly.
And
Well, yeah,
PC does a great job making you feel comfortable.
Well, everybody has a different physique. Everybody's different. Everybody's challenge is different. So what I'm getting is that you sort of custom, or do you custom?
Well,
or do we go in with a group of 5 of athletes, and I'm going to tell you right now, I say, I got to go.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is, everyone can go at their own individual intensity. There's no need to feel like I have to keep up with the physical Joneses of class. So we do have our supreme advanced people in there, but then if you first timer come in, they may seem a little overwhelmed, a little bit of shock in all the first session, but we're telling them the whole time, we're showering the person for their first experience with attention. Say, listen, go at your own pace. This may seem overwhelming, but it's your choice. So if we have an exercise that's advanced, we also offer 1 to 2 regressions or alternatives of that same movement. So if you can't do a squat with kettlebells in your arms, you do this air squat. If you can do a single leg plank, then you go ahead and do 2 hands, or you go on your elbows. So the ability to provide alternative curveballs is what people find refreshing, because other systems may be too aggressive physically. They come in with prior orthopedic injuries, or they found that the workouts were too redundant, too many of the same exercises. So all of our staff is degreed exercise science majors with a national recognized certification in personal training. So just through that exercise knowledge, we're able to provide alternatives and something refreshing for people who found other systems too aggressive. So we like to say in our facility that strategies are many and principles are few. Strategies may change, but principles never do.
Wow.
Now, you can apply that to business. You can apply that to parenting. We apply that to fitness. And there's basic 4 pillars that we follow when it comes to human movement. Number 1 is locomotion. The human body is naturally meant to get from point A to point B. And how do we do that? We crawl, we walk, we run, we jog, we climb, we swim. So we emphasize doing integrated full body work, locomoting. So we have Versa climbers, we have rowers, we have treadmills, we have assault bikes. Number 2 is level
Assault
change.
bikes.
Yeah, it's like basically the evolution of the old
It's
school
like a
Schwinn
built-in
Airdyne.
fan. So when you're riding, it's
Yeah.
like this. You get your own
Right.
breeze. It's
Oh,
really
nice.
nice.
It sounds terrible, you're about to be assaulted, but no, it feels good. It's recovering.
Yes.
So the numbers 2 principle is gravity. Level change, mastering your own body weight against gravitational pull. What are the 2 most basic exercises in the fitness universe? The push-up and the squat. And they both deal with change of levels of your body. So we teach you how to really effectively work with level change against gravity's pull. Number 3 is pushing and pulling. Now, externally, we experience 2 different types of loads. So we have pushing loads. So if I had a barbell in my hand doing a chest press, that's compression on my arms, and I have to push that barbell away. But we also have tensional loads. So if I had a lat bar in my hand, now the bar is trying to pull me away from my body. So we experience both tensional and compressional loads. So that's pushing, pulling. It's another principle. And the 4th one is rotation. The human body is naturally a rotational creature. We don't walk like the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz. We cut corners. We bend, lift, flex, twist, and turn every day in our life, whether it's picking up your baby, putting groceries away, lifting luggage. So the 4th one is rotation. So we follow those 4 principles. Now with our staff, we provide them a template, and we say, okay, well, this is the structure of the day. This is the theme. We're going to do upper body strength, no repetitions greater than 12. Find these kind of weights. Now the exercises they choose is the artistry behind that. So you have your principles, and then the strategy is the artistry with our staff. So I give them the skeleton template of the focus of that day, and then they can do the artistry, creativity beyond that. And that's really what we're doing now.
It's incredible.
The function of it, because as you said, everyone's doing their everyday life. I know you train people that are trainers, that are fitness professionals, but then there's everyone like us that have to get through life and function. And it's the twisting and the babies and the hip pain and the back pain and the groceries and the luggage
Totally.
at all different ages, but you help with that mobility.
Absolutely.
So you see that functionality that's important.
Correct. Correct. And that's
You've
why we
had
do the
so many
first foundation.
followers here. I need to give the number for everyone who's following PC, 800-889-0267. Give us a call. And Joe Drake,
Joe Drake's my business partner, fantastic business partner. We blend like peas and carrots, and we've created a great brand so far.
he says you have a face for radio.
Does it? That's funny because I used that line yesterday. It's no shock that Joe is out there listening. Joe, what's up, buddy? Wish you
Give
were
us
here.
a call, Joe, 800-889-0267.
Yep.
Face for radio.
He told me yesterday, I said, Joe, tomorrow 11:30 or 12 o'clock will be at iHeartRadio talking about G&O. He goes, I have full confidence that you'll be able to speak just fine about us. So hopefully I'm living up to his standards.
Yeah, you're like a motivational speaker.
Oh, not oh. If you think, oh, I'm nothing compared to he's the pink unicorn. I'm pixie dust. He's amazing.
And we're back to pixie dust, right? Isn't it amazing how no matter who sits in that seat, it comes back to pixie dust?
Right?
It's all around.
That's true. Shall we do a break?
Sure, let's do a break.
We shall. We'll see you right.
We'll be back in a few. 800-889-0267. Be right back.
Please welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet network that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet television production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes and live streaming, as well as tape productions. Let AMP2 TV handle all of your television production needs. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP2.tv. Or call them at 1-866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
Have you ever had a business idea that you thought would be a great solution to tough challenges in today's world, but have no idea how to get started? You don't want to waste investment money on ideas that just don't work. Introducing Health and Wealth Seminars, a sophisticated advertising agency with over 40 years in the ad business. What makes Health and Wealth different from other agencies is they fit your product into the public's need. They help put together the strategy of your business before you commit thousands of dollars. And just find out those ideas just don't work. Health and Wealth Seminars carry advertising contracts, radio and television contracts, and even a production service contract that will cover all of your business needs. Call today, 954-303-9563, and let Health and Wealth Seminars carry your business to the next level. The number is 954-303-9563. And remember that what happens when you don't advertise is nothing. 954-303-9563 is the number you need to get your business started in the right direction.
Hi, it's Leah, here to tell you about Dr. Anthony Pinozzo. He's a pain specialist located in southern Palm Beach County, so if you or somebody that you know is suffering in pain, Dr. Pinozzo is the one you guys need to call. And make that call today, because living in pain is no way to go through life. Dr. Pinozzo has been in practice now for more than 49 years. He's treated more than 73,000 patients for pain. He's an expert when it comes to diagnosing the pain, and he has had huge turnarounds. In fact, people with living with scoliosis, he has had nearly a 100% turnaround. Lumbar pain as well. If you've got lower back pain, if you're suffering with migraines or flat feet pain, maybe pain in your elbows, your neck, your shoulders, Dr. Pinozzo can help you. And the greatest thing is he can help you without drugs, without surgery, and without having to go through weeks and months of rehabilitation. Give him a call today. Set up an appointment. It's 561-381-5800. Tune into his show Sundays, 11 to noon.
Know your body, gain control of your health, transform your life. If your body could talk, what would it tell you? At DexaFit, they show you how to take control of your health and fitness to live a happier, more fulfilling life. Since 2011, DexaFit has measured thousands of clients' body composition and fitness performance levels across the country. Hormones, metabolic health, and cardio fitness all play a significant role in your energy levels, your sleep quality, and overall well-being. With their proven methods of measure, track, and discover, they show you how your body composition, cardio fitness, and metabolic health compare to your optimal level. They make sure you're continuing to make progress and follow the best nutrition and fitness plans for your body type. At DexaFit, the goal is to help you identify and understand the health and fitness of how to transform your body to meet your individual goals. Break through your plateaus and take the guesswork out. Improve your energy level, sleep, and weight. Discover what's holding you back. Call 561-923-8833. DexaFit is conveniently located at 2499 Glades Road in Boca Raton. For more information, contact them at boca@dexafit.com or schedule an appointment online at dexafit.com. Identify your health risks and optimize longevity and fitness. Call 561-923-8833 and mention this ad for special pricing.
Is your child's tablet time greater than engaged activity time? Are you seeking better wellness strategies for your family? Do you want to redefine what your family's quality time looks like? At New Dawn Health Solutions, we focus on the 4 pillars of health coaching: lifestyle, exercise, attitude, and nutrition to create a balanced approach to wellness. Together, we will open the conversation with you and your children on ways to empower healthy eating, increase physical activity, and set goals. Let's talk about the issues that are important to your family's health. Give New Dawn Health Solutions a call at 561-901-2854 or email us at dawn@newdawnhealthsolutions.com.
You're lunching with two boys from Brooklyn who invite you to advertise on the show. Share your good news. Just call 866-224-5422 and get all the information. There are plenty of options, and this could be a great chance to get the word out about your business or service. That's 866-224-5422. Now let's get back to those two boys from Brooklyn.
And Dawn. And we're back. We must do that new rejoin.
Hey, how come it doesn't say Dawn?
I don't know. Maybe
But
we need
the
to do a
open
new...
says it, right?
Yeah. We need to send that out.
Because you didn't order the bumper to say and Dawn. You only ordered the opener.
We need to change the order on
First
the
of all,
on
I
the
didn't even
bumper.
order the opener.
The order on the bumper.
They did the opener and told me this is it, take it or leave it.
Oh, okay. You didn't
So
order
I
it?
guess I would have thought they would have done the bumper.
Ken Harris is my new best friend, so we'll now order a new bumper.
You know, he's lurking around here. What's he doing?
Do you know he waves to me now?
Does he? What's
He
want?
says hi. He smiles.
He must want money.
And he knows I don't have the check, so
He wants
he's just,
money.
He's
He
just
don't
my new
wave to
friend.
me. He don't say hi to me.
Well, you got the checks.
I ain't paying him. He was over there in the corner. Did you see him?
She looks better dressed than you do.
That's okay.
Thank you again.
Listen,
An
he can
underlying
wave at
theme.
you all day long, and I just get in my car and leave.
There you go.
I got no problem with that. Listen, this show is being brought to you by
Dr. Anthony Needles Pinoza. Take care of pain in a snap. Dr. P is on vacation, so we are going to give him the break he needs before the snowbird effect takes place.
He said, "Don't call me."
And he comes back, and he is back to work full speed. What
Next
is his
week.
number?
561-381-5800.
And we'll have him on the phone next week, I'm sure.
Yes,
Hear all about
enjoy-
his vacation, what he's doing. Enjoy your vacay, Dr. P.
Enjoy it, and we see you on Sunday mornings, 11 to 12.
Not this Sunday.
Not this Sunday. Hey, listen, what show did you play for him last week?
You asked me that yesterday.
Oh, it was October 30th, right?
Yes.
He loved it because he got a lot of phone calls.
Well, that's good.
So maybe
I
we
was-
do it again.
You want October 30th again?
No.
Do another show.
No, but whoever picked
There
that
aren't
one was a good one.
There aren't that many. There's only 4.
How about the lady with the hat?
What do you mean there aren't that many? We've been doing 3 years of shows.
There's only 4. We have to recycle the carts. They get.
When did that start happening?
It's always been that way.
I always get months of shows off of the cart.
Well, because you go through the FTP.
Yeah.
So that's
Oh, you don't do that?
file
Okay.
transfer. Yes. One question. I was always wondering why you guys were calling him on vacation, making me call him on his vacation.
Well, it wasn't me.
Okay.
It was the maniac.
It was the maniac.
You should know
I
better.
told him not to, and he told you, listen, I'm on vacation, right?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
So, but he should be happy because his candidate won.
Good.
So,
But we have PC in the house.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
From Gravity and Oxygen.
That's
how'd you
right.
come up with the name Gravity and Oxygen?
Just once again, just being a nerd of the fitness science. Really, just thinking like, well, could I really swing a name this long? You know, usually people think it's like something fit or that fitness.
Right.
Like, you know what?
Sounds like a
Gravity
roller
and oxygen is
coaster.
a lot of syllables, isn't it? Like,
It
is this
sounds
really
like a
going to
roller
roll?
coaster
But
ride.
it's so
It does.
catchy.
But it's catchy, and the whole thing started really. I was coming up with. I'm really big in the beach volleyball scene. I have friends who play professionally, friends who have been Olympians and played on tours all across the country, and I was starting an off-season volleyball conditioning program for them. You know, generally the sport is during the summer, so from December to March, I want to do something as far as an off-season conditioning with my friends, and I was looking for a brand name, and it just kind of caught, and you know, I started making some apparel, some shirts, and like, you know, that really sounds cool. That's a cool name, PC. You know, Gravity and Oxygen, it's kind of catchy. So that momentum of their opinion, that feedback, really kind of fit into it. And over the years, the program grew and grew as far as having more attendees to the off-season program. And then I got involved with club teams, working with like 30, a club team of 30 girls, 60 girls. So it just grew and grew and grew. And at the time, I was commuting from Miami. I was living in Miami Beach to Boca.
Wow.
Yeah. So working with that, and then eventually when I met my fiance, it was time to no longer live the Miami life and come back to where my business was in Boca. She goes, "You ready to grow up?" So it was time to consider opening up a facility, and occurrences happen in downtown Boca. Downtown Boca is exploding with all these new high rises and residents.
Sure is.
So my business partner and I wanted to get some market share. So it's like, all right, well, if you're open to using the name Gravity and Auction, let's do this thing. And he's like, I'm all aboard. So it just kind of gained momentum. It was catchy just from basic feedback from my friends. And the small snowball grew into a boulder.
Wow.
So if someone walks into you and says, I've never done this before, I want to lose weight, I need to get in shape, my cholesterol's crazy, all of the things that you hear, I'm borderline diabetic,
Right.
where do I start?
Okay, so we would do a baseline. We do a strategy session with anybody first coming in. So as opposed to just coming in to taking first experience, wham bam, you want to sign up. We don't do the hard sell like that. We would say, you know what? Let's get you feel comfortable in our facility. So everyone comes in for a tour of the whole facility. We explain the science, take you through a tour of all of our cardio equipment, show you that the most abundant thing we have is space, because you once again are the most important piece of equipment. Plenty of floor space. We show you some of our other fancy schmancy toys. Many people come in and like, wow, this is like a spaceship of fitness. But then we talk about the basic bare bones of what fitness. Okay, what is your goal? What are you looking for? And we also like to say, if you chase two rabbits, you won't catch either. So let's focus on one specific goal first. Okay, is it working on weight loss? Is it working on reducing your joint pain? So let's target that first and foremost. And by the strategy session, they feel more comfortable in our surroundings first, as opposed to getting overwhelmed. And from there, we can recommend, well, maybe personal training is your route, or maybe, you may be of the ability to go ahead and do the group classes. So we want to put you in a position of success and not fail. So if you're going to feel overwhelmed by being around 25 other people, sweaty and advanced, then maybe that's not your realm first.
Not me.
Personal training. Let's wean you into feeling comfortable in our style of fitness, because there's all shapes and sizes of fitness. It comes in all shapes and sizes. So we want to make sure that we're the best fit for you, as opposed to you just being the best fit for us. It's a dual interview process, dual courting process.
Will you work with people on food choices?
We absolutely do. Yes, so we have nutrition coaches that we work with. We have registered dietitians. Registered dietitians are the ones that essentially can prescribe meal plans, whereas nutrition coaches can give you the basic principles of quality, quantity, and frequency. So there's definitely a definitive line there, but we certainly think that nutrition is at least half the equation. It's the elephant in the room in most facilities.
Yes.
Okay, so we want to guide you in that process as well. We hold your hand in both aspects of the fitness and the nutrition. We hold a 6-week program called Good to Great. First two letters of good, G and O. Right? We have all these little acronyms for
All
what we're
the
doing.
branding.
Exactly. Let's go outside. So it's our 6-week program, and we basically guide you through the whole process. We have specialized workouts just for the people who sign up for that program. We do your in-body measurement, so we actually take your body fat percentage measurement through electrical impedance at the beginning of the 6 weeks, and we take it at the end. Okay, and through that process, we also offer benchmark workouts. So every week it's going to change. You have to give me a 3-minute plank, or how many times can you give me 100 jump ropes, or you have to give us VersaClimber as a whole team 25,000 feet. So we break the groups down into a blue team and a yellow team. So we have team camaraderie with team support, but also individual challenge. I always tell people that even though it's a team blue and yellow thing, it's about your individual challenge to yourself and creating a change over 6 weeks.
It's competition within yourself. It's
Yes.
getting yourself to your next level.
So we do the pre-test, we do the post-test, and we offer a $1,000 cash prize.
Wow.
$500 to the person with the biggest percentage of body fat loss, and $500 to the best all around. The person who lost weight, the person who attended all the workouts, did the benchmark things, checked in on social media. So we're very savvy social media marketing. So you get points for checking in a photo of your meal that night. So if it's quinoa and grilled chicken, you're going to get a picture of it. If we have a special event, we're doing a workout at the mall, guess what? 5 bonus points for that. So we have a point structure system, we have a team system for support, and each team has their own coaches, which is our staff.
It's the accountability.
Yes.
And you take it in education.
Yes.
So you educate on the food and the whole grains, the quinoa, instead of, you know what, you should be eating this, go figure it out.
Correct. And the aspects of good to great, it just gets better and better the more
Good
we
to great.
evolve it and we polish it. Because the first time we had people sign up was like 22 people. Then we had 52, and this past one we had 70.
Wow.
So we're going to do another one the third weekend of January 2017. Because generally when you talk about New Year's resolution, fitness is always number one, right? Weight loss and fitness. But there's a credit card hangover after the holidays. So
Yeah.
usually the resolutions really kick in the third week of January or beginning of February. So that's when our next one kicks in. And we invite members and non-members. And a lot of times members say, you know what, you should try this. If you want to try our facility, try Good to Great. And it's a funnel for us bringing in new membership beyond just a personal testament to creating change with our current membership. So there's so many beneficial aspects to Good to Great, and it's been, the thousand things you couldn't think of. It's been wonderful to watch.
It sounds like The Biggest Loser, which the name I don't love because it's only about the weight loss, but you're Good to Great. You're taking it on every level.
Right. Well, the
Physical,
play on words is The
emotional.
Biggest Loser, yes.
Right.
But the Good to Great is, yes, you're already good, but we want to make you even better than you are.
It's a much better word choice
Right.
because you're changing the person as a whole. It's not just weight loss. And I say that all the time. It's not just about your weight. It's what it's doing for you. It's changing your mind. It's changing your body. It's changing your thought process and what you can go forward in the education of it. What you learn is,
Absolutely.
and you can share with somebody else, and then maybe they want to go from good to great.
That's the idea. The biggest marketing referral piece is basically just if you're worth your salt and create change with the current clientele, they will be mavens and they will bring more clients to you, as opposed to spending money in a magazine or other things. The fact that do your work with your current clients, they'll tell people to you.
Which is how I found you.
Exactly.
Someone else had referred me to you.
Absolutely.
And you have a couple events coming up in November.
We do. We're all about giving back. One of our 5 core values is giving back to the community. So this past month of October, we had breast cancer awareness. So every Wednesday night, we had a different. We have all of our membership wearing pink, guys and girls, and then we had cardio kickboxing. We had self-defense class. We had a different event each Wednesday in October. Now in November, it's for the fellas. It's about Movember Foundation, raising awareness for prostate cancer, testicular cancer, and in my case, mental health. All right. So we just this past Saturday had paddle for prostate. So we had a group of our membership go ahead and with our staff go out and do paddle boarding out in the Intercoastal in Boca. This Friday night we have Broga. So we're doing yoga, but it's not just for the fellas. It's for men's and ladies, and we're doing that at the rooftop.
What's that called, Broga?
Broga, so it's yoga for the bros. So we have that Friday night at the East Boca Raw Juice location on Federal, just south of Palmetto. And then our big event is called Muscles and Mustache, and this is the Joe Drake inspired event. It's all about the Movember Foundation throwing around Atlas stones, pushing sleds in the parking lot. So we're all, as you can tell, I'm in the midst of my mustache growing phase. Joe is full Paul Bunyan mode right now with his handlebars. I'm getting there. But it's an amazing event. We raise money for men's health awareness, and we give back, and we have vendors put out tents in our parking lot, and we do a charity workout first, and then we offer a co-ed strongman competition. So we literally bring out tire flips, Atlas stones, push the car.
Wow.
So it's kind of like a physical spectrum of to watch.
That's November 20th?
That's Sunday, November 20th, starting at, I believe, the charity workout's 8 a.m., and then the strongman's at 9:15.
Strongman.
Yeah.
Freddie, why don't you try it?
He's here
Not a
with
strong man.
Penosa.
I have work.
He's
What
here
is
with
it, a Saturday?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday morning, November 20th.
You and I are both here on Sundays.
We're here on Sunday.
Yeah,
I'm going to go flip a car.
I believe you.
Maybe
So-
you either flip it or
I
it'll be
will
on top of you.
represent the car and I will flip it.
I have
car be on
breaking
top of
news
her.
for you from Sarah.
Oh, God.
She laughed and she said, "Now you know why she didn't answer your question, because she did say there will be big surprises."
No, she didn't. I knew he was going to win. What's the surprise?
Because the rest of the country was surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Why is everybody so surprised that he won?
We're back to deep depression.
Whatever.
Is that the surprise?
I don't know. People were surprised. I didn't.
I think this one pushing a car would be a surprise.
Right?
Yeah?
I'd like to see
car
that.
probably run her over.
Oh,
I'm going to flip the car and push a sled.
There she. Yeah.
Now she thinks she's Santa Claus.
No, I want to see you with the tire. A tire bigger than you.
Oh yeah, we've different all types of tires. You get these big tractor truck tires that they weigh
Yeah.
from
No,
125
give her.
pounds. I've seen a 900-pound one. It takes like 2 to 3 people just to lift. It's
You know
insane.
that ninja show where they climb and flip
American
and do?
Ninja Warrior, of
That's
course.
what I want to train
Give
to
her,
do.
give her the tricycle tires. she won't hurt herself with that.
That's all I
the
need.
problem with this one is that she'll probably run herself over. I'm telling you, you better have errors in the mission.
He had eyes on me. He was good. I was working out. He was watching.
Yeah, but you were on adrenaline because you were there first. You were trying to impress. So you're pressing it and pushing it. But as time goes on, and
gonna
you
go
continue
back
to
for
this,
more.
Yeah, we'll see.
When I said my smile muscles hurt, never. And I think it was from the bike.
Oh, your arm, your upper body?
My lower.
Oh, your lower. No, well,
behind
actually,
my
it's,
booty.
it's actually from the treadmill. So the treadmill we use is called the Woodway Curve. So it's an art in nature and it's self-propelled. You don't hit a button and it says 6 miles an hour or 9 miles an hour. You have to propel it. It's like the Flintstones. Think of the Flintstones. You're driving the car, okay? So you have your own. Everyone has their own personal sweet spot. Now, what you were prescribed was teams of 3 for 10 minutes. Take 30-second turns sprinting on that machine,
Right.
and give us the greatest distance over that 10 minutes. And then we're going to basically rate you guys upon every other group of 3 in the class. So our goal was to get to 1.5 miles, 2 miles in 10 minutes. So the actual pull of the
We
treadmill.
didn't get there.
Think about it. If you're on a treadmill, if you're a hamster on a wheel that's already in motion, you're not really using your legs true. So when we're on the ground, like on the sidewalk, you're actually pushing off the earth and creating your locomotion. But on a normal treadmill, electricity-based, the earth under you is already moving. Now, take that principle of being out on the sidewalk, now apply that to a treadmill. We have to pull the belt. Your hamstrings and glutes had fired like they had never fired before. So
True.
it's strictly a response to muscle confusion to your biomechanically, how you move that day. And that's why you were sore, because your body hadn't been used to a treadmill like that.
It was great. Carol, do you work out?
I used to.
You
It
should
was
go
almost
check out
it was almost a
PC's
moment of silence right there.
Yeah, because I didn't have my mic on.
You should go check out PC's facility.
If only I had the time. But
How's your life insurance?
I have no insurance.
How's yours, by the way?
Mine's is great.
Mine's is great.
Mine's is great.
I just got,
Mine's-
now that I have a
Nice.
newborn baby, I just signed up for it myself and went through that process of
Do you
blood
work
work and
with
blood
kids?
pressure.
Speaking of baby, I know not the baby, but you have 11, 12-year-olds.
So yes, so we actually
Wow.
had a program that started called Gravity and Oxygen Junior. It was all about youth athlete fitness and also preventing childhood obesity. So we offer services as well for youth children as well.
So how did people get involved with that?
So they can simply just inquire at our facility. We have they can go to our website gravityandoxygen.com. They can go to our Instagram gravity O2_fitness. They can go to our Facebook page. They can many avenues to go ahead and find out. And what we'll do is we'll basically match one of our staff with some of our.
So
youth.
it's a one-on-one, or do you have group for children?
So we're going to be developing the group again, something like an after-school program. So we're trying to figure out, because the schools in Boca obviously all end at different times. You have middle
Right.
school ends at 3:45, high school ends at 2:30. So we're trying to figure out that sweet spot. What's the magic time? And then kids are always shuffling in and out of activity,
Sure.
sports and what have you. So it's really tricky. But we certainly do offer the one-on-ones. And I think with kids at that age, they generally tend to lose their attention focus after 20 to 30 minutes. So we offer both half-hour and hour sessions, so they can do a half hour and get the most out of it.
It's so important to get kids to understand and to educate the nutrition, the exercise,
Right.
the form. I mean, think how many kids you know come in that just want to build.
Right. Well,
And they're flipping those weights around with not proper form.
they're seeing magazines, they're seeing Instagram photos, they're seeing visuals of, but it's unrealistic expectation to ask a 15-year-old to have massive biceps and a six-pack.
Correct.
They're physically immature. Once their body is fully grown, only then can they really look like that. So there's sometimes they have these unrealistic notions as to what they want to look like. My 12-year-old is already saying, oh yeah, I'd love to have a six-pack, I want to look like that. But sometimes you're not willing to put in the work yet at that age to get the results that you look for.
It's hard. You might have that six-pack. My husband goes, I got the six-pack. It's just under there. Just got to find
Everybody
it.
anatomically actually
Everyone
does
has
have a
it.
six-pack. It's just a
Gotta
matter if
find
there's
it.
a tire there over it or not.
I
Sure.
buy a six-pack of B. I'm happy with that. I mean, I don't get it, but anyway, but I do get it. I'm only kidding. But the bottom line is that you're in the community and doing your thing. What's the plan for the future? Are you going to do something bigger? Are you going to be moving out to different parts of the state? What is?
So right now we wanted to focus on, Joe and I wanted to focus on making sure the mothership HQ was taken care of. So we're still in the incubacy of our business, less than 2 years old, and we've had some nice trending growth. Numbers look good as far as traffic coming in, revenue. We want to make sure that it's polished. So for us to even consider growth, you have to make sure that your systems are set, your educational platform for your staff is there, the back of house operations. How do we, when somebody walks in prospectively as a client, how do we answer the phones? How do we handle our software, billing software? So once these systems are in place, then we can consider having another facility. We have had interest from investors and from people wanting to partner up with us. We want to make sure that the right opportunity is there and make sure that all our polished operations are there as well. We know that for us to even consider something like licensing or franchising, you have to have a number two to succeed to show that your product is reproducible in another market. So we're trying to do something maybe local where our name still carries, has some vapors in the radius community, and then we can think about further growth, but one thing at a time. If you looked at other systems like a Barry's Boot Camp, a CrossFit, Orange Theory, they all started small, but then it was exponential growth based upon the success of the early operations.
Right, and it has to be reproducible.
Correct.
Because bottom line, it comes down to you and Joe and your vision,
Correct.
and the people going forward need to have a similar vision or the same vision and to be able to do with what you do.
Absolutely. So it's a template in the blueprint that we're have people, like-minded individuals.
How can people find you? Phone number, website?
So our phone number at the facility is 561-756-8637. You can also find us at Gravity and Oxygen Fitness on Facebook. We also our website, gravityandoxygen.com, AND, right there in the middle. You can also find me at Instagram at PCology.
PCology.
That's right. It's my own science of myself or science of fitness. So science of life, I'll say PCology. So there's many avenues in which you can find us. Once again, phone number, email, Facebook, Instagram, and then we'd love to hear from you. If there's anything we can do to help you out nationwide, worldwide, some simple information, principles of exercise, don't hesitate to reach out to us.
We even get recipes. I got pasta recipes from you the other day.
That's right. That's a cool thing. It's amazing. We talked about Good to Great. So we have just a Good to Great Facebook page just for the people who enter that program. And when they're taking photos and getting bonus points of their meals, people are like, oh my God, I love that idea. Spaghetti squash with quinoa. Like they're bouncing ideas off each other. And then the whole, the organic growth of your facility has thus begun.
Because everyone feeds everybody else.
Totally.
And it's a community.
Yes, we're all about the culture and community. You don't just come in and be a fitness. Like we've had people become friends and really good, sincere friends just from meeting each other at our facility. And that's the beauty of it, the things that you couldn't think of when you first opened.
Because you motivate each other.
Totally.
And you make friends, and it's a way to connect. It's another place to connect with like-minded people.
Right. We do member appreciation nights. We'll do something at Meisner Park. We'll do something like that. We did American Ninja. We did a Ninja Lounge in Miami to have everyone climb like American Ninja Warriors. We do the paddleboard. We had a beach day where one of our members brought out jet skis, set up a volleyball court, and had paddleboards. So we do things like this to really make it a difference. It's really a fit family. It's a house, as opposed to just a gym.
Isn't it nice, a fit family? Good to Great. I love that name for a show. Good to Great.
Yeah. I'd say that's interesting.
Good to Great. Because it's about everything. It's about the wholeness of a person.
That's right. And and like we say, everything begins between the pipes, and then when that comes down,
It needs pipes.
That's right. It does. It helps you do well. Yeah.
I was talking to one of your clients when I left last week, and she said, you really should come because what he's done for me, not you, but the whole facility and all the trainers, she said, I went in at this weight and my body was this, and it changed everything. She said, I am a better person all the way around because I come here so much.
Yeah, really, people really appreciate just the energy in our place is infectious. They want to come in, and I see the transformations happen. It's one thing if you see someone day to day, but when you see the grand scheme of seeing a member there for 4 or 5 months, and seeing their changes, seeing like toned shoulder blades, and seeing their endurance go from like struggling for doing a Versa climber for 1 minute to crushing it for 10 minutes, you're seeing the evolution of that human being, and it's really the non-financial rewards of being a fitness professional that you really enjoy, and it's a truly, truly warming feeling to my heart knowing that what my idea and what Joe's idea of fitness was is successful, and people are really thriving on that. It's just such a rewarding feeling.
And everyone gets to the best level for them. So not everyone is the bodybuilder, the muscle person, the bikini model. Everyone is the best version of them.
You brought up a great point. If you broke down the population, you have people who specifically train for doing a bodybuilding show, a fitness competition. So they're strategically planning their fitness for a day. On August 12th, I need to be 3% body fat, oiled up, tan, with the perfect bathing suit on stage. Then we have people who are athletes. I need to be in tip-top form from the first day of my season come September 2nd. And then you have 95% of the population, and that's the GHF, General Health and Fitness. And those are the clientele that you really need to attack. Those are the people who understand the basic benefits of exercise, decreased risk of heart disease, lower blood pressure, low body fat, all these things, and that's our population, the 95%.
Wow. Thank you, PC, so much. It was a pleasure.
It was an honor. Thank you.
Gravity and Oxygen, check them out, Boca Raton, and we will continue the work, put you with some other of our clients, and keep moving forward.
Thank you so much, guys, for having me.
All right. It's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
It's time to move on from elections.
Yeah, sure,
Have
everybody's
faith.
exhausted.
Have faith. Spread the love and light. Positive energy. And it's time to wrap it up.
Hey, Google woman, take it easy. What do we got tomorrow? We don't know what we got tomorrow.
We don't know what you got tomorrow. Something
you
fun
gotta
and
tune in.
fabulous.
You gotta tune
Tune
in.
in tomorrow. Same time, same place. Have a great day. Be safe. Be kind to one another. Bye-bye.
And don't be late.
Bye, guys.
Well, that's about it for today's lunch break with two boys from Brooklyn. You're invited to join the break every day, Monday through Friday at 12 noon. So, if you missed some of the good stuff they served up today, there's more coming next time. Bring your lunch and the boys from Brooklyn will bring the smiles. And it's all live. See you next time. Now go and enjoy the rest of your day.